music.
What music?
Your music? The stuff you sing in school?
It's just music, that's all.
Then just tell me about it.
Well, it's kind of like the Bible. Some guys wrote it a long time ago, and... Can you read music?
Sure.
Well, people have been singing it since the Greeks and the Romans. This piece is by a German guy named Handel. He wrote it about 200 years ago.
All we like sheep have gone astray. All we like sheep.
You try it.
All we like sheep. All we like sheep have gone astray. All we like sheep.
That was perfect.
Thanks.
Except for one thing.
Hey everyone, so today the film I'm going to review is Perfect Harmony, which is a Disney film, believe it or not. Films like you think Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Black Cauldron is dark. This film isn't necessarily dark, it's just really a mature film that has to do with different races coming together and then their ignorance set in the 1950s and all the struggles that come with it. The film is directed by Will McKenzie, and the film picks off about a prep school for choir boys in South Carolina, which is actually where I grew up in. The film stars Justin Wallen, Eugene Bird, David McGalvin, and Peter Scolari. Justin Wallen, many of you may know him from Child's Play 3, but he does a really good job in this film, as well as the rest of the cast. But his character, Taylor, is the head choir boy, and the story, it basically focuses on, two different worlds combining together through their music. Taylor is intrigued with the one of the housekeepers of the church that happens to be black, and everyone is not approving of him going to hang out with him and meeting his family members and everything, and the whole staff is against it, but except for the choir teacher, which he actually says he admires Taylor for wanting to learn more and other varieties of music, and that's one thing I really admire about the film itself. What's most impressive to me is that the characters are really really well realized, and again, the tone is really mature, it's set for a really mature audience, and it's PG, but there's some scenes in it that are pretty intense and factors of the past and then what has changed to a degree and how it should be changed.
Latin Academy since I began studying music, and as I parked my car and I was walking up to... Do you find my ambition so humorous?
No, it's your accent.
What about it?
Well, you just talk different. Park the car.
A story about, an unlikely friendship about that time between a white boy and a black boy. There's some ignorant characters in the story that really take a toll on some of the other characters, and it just really gets to you because the performances are really strong in this, and so is the lesson as well, or the moral of the story. As kid-friendly as Disney is now, it's always tended to be that way, for obvious reasons, to appeal to more wider audiences, but I think they're more realistic and more dramatic films are actually better, because they do, it's a brutal truth of reality.
What's the difference between that colored boy who drowned and a watermelon? What? A watermelon can float.
That wasn't funny.
Oh, yeah? Think this is funny?
It wasn't funny.
Well, I'm sorry if I offended you, Bradshaw.
Don't you have any feelings? That little boy is dead.
So what? You a friend of yours?
No, but
what? You look pretty upset.
you know he does. It's just sad, that's all. I mean, that little boy was somebody's kid. It's horrible what happened to him.
How come you got such a special interest in this here colored boy?
I don't.
You know, I never seen you care about anything except girls and music. How come this? Answer me.
Yeah, Taylor. How come you care so much about
seen the
it?
film, definitely check it out. It's really worth viewing or owning. It's one of my favorite Disney films, mainly for its mature storyline and its powerful message. So yeah, if you're a cinematic addict, hit like and subscribe. There's many more to come. So, alright, have a good day.
But why does it sound like that?
School's famous for it. Why do you care so much for their music?
Because of how it makes me feel inside.
Come on, boy. I want you to meet Reverend Clarence. Since he took over, our choir's the best in the county. Now that's music.
When troubles surround me and I didn't have to despair,